If you're looking for a mate and you want to make a date with a girl that never lay, we're always at your service. Large and small ones every size.
Some are dumb and some are wise. We don't have to advertise that we're always at your service. That we're always at your service. Service, service, service.
The Hoffling Hospital Experiment. In 1966, psychiatrist Charles K. Hoffling conducted a field experiment on obedience. At a hospital, 22 nurses were ordered by an unknown, unseen doctor to administer a dangerous dose of a drug to their patients. Even though the nurses were aware that the official guidelines forbid administration of the drug in such circumstances. Of the 22 nurses involved in the experiment, 21 decided to administer the lethal dose, never questioning the unknown authority figure. Objective 1 of 2. Objective 1, human obedience. The Rosenthal effect. A psychological phenomenon wherein high expectations lead to improved performance in a given area. Rosenthal effect. Notes. Unseen authority figure. Pressurized time brain. Electric control method. High expectations. Strip identity. Slave iron bit was used by slave masters, overseers as a form of punishment and humiliation. I recollect the horror that thrilled the hearts of the spectators when Mr. Gurney one evening placed on his head an iron machine of torture, which inflicted great pain upon the slave. Pain compliance control organism. Stunning process of rendering unconscious. Current induces an immediate unconsciousness.
Hey everyone, it is your girl in the know, and I'm here to catch you up on all of the latest media, entertainment, and tech trends. Now, most of you have probably seen popping up on various apps and websites these shock fights, and I don't know what's really going to go down in these shock fights, but you're not going to want to miss it. You have to get caught up. So, here is what you missed.
The isolated heart beats just as it did a few hours previously in the living dog.
Round 1. Cop vs. meth head. Nurse vs. gold digger. College vs. gang. Lawyer vs. prison. Hipster vs. schizo. Welcome. We are excited to have you here. When the buzzer rings, you will have precisely 60 seconds to kill the person in front of you. If you fail to complete this task, then both participants will be terminated. To encourage you to continue fighting, you will be administered warning shots. For example, are you ready? Let's begin. 60 seconds. Seconds remaining. Ten seconds remaining. Congratulations! Seconds remaining. Congratulations. Seconds remaining. Congratulations! Observations.
Nurse, slow in choice to fight. Cop, attempted peacekeeping and job authority in a failed attempt to control situation. Lawyer, quickly assessed situation and chose to fight. Game, momentary hesitation, then chose to fight. Schizo. The electric shots are not as effective on it. Investigate further.
Schizophrenia treatments. Electroconvulsive therapy, ECT. Schizophrenia, ECT, used only in treatment-resistant schizophrenia, when symptoms show little response to antipsychotics.
Requires special techniques which the nurse must master for her own welfare as well as for that of the patients. Prepare the operating table, sterilize the instruments, and lay them out in proper position and order. Male nurses, who are increasing in number, and other men in nursing are employed in the care of the mentally ill and in prison hospitals.
Update.
Schizo shock apparatus has been updated to direct brain stimulation.
Alright, now I know that you didn't miss round 1 of shock fights, right? So, let's talk favorites. Me, personally, Gang. Like, just look at those sweet eyes. He's adorable. And same with Prison. They're just both so cute. I love them so much. Like, okay, yeah. So I have a thing for the bad boys. I have a thing for the bad guys. But how can you just resist them?
If I asked you to dance,
Round 2.
what did you say?
Cop verse CSI. Nurse verse athlete.
Yes.
Lawyer verse hooker. Schizo verse priest. Gang verse construction.
I could go without you. I just don't want to. Stay. If I asked you to dance, would you say yes?
60 seconds.
If I asked you to dance, would you say yes? If I asked you to dance, would you say yes? Yes. 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 Yes.
seconds remaining. 10 seconds remaining. 5. Observations.
All test subjects quicker to react. Nurse brutally stopped organs. Cop disarmed CSI with ease. Lawyer merciless with male or female opponent. Gang use weapon to leverage opponent size. Schizo apparently fireproof.
The subject expectancy effect. Form of reactivity that occurs when a research subject expects a given result and therefore unconsciously affects the outcome. Subject expectancy effect.
Guys, this round was insane. I was terrified for Gang. The construction guy is gigantic. He is ginormous, and I was so scared that Gang would lose, but he ended up coming out at the end. He won.
Wipe me jewel, wait, jewel, hold up, jewel, wait, jewel, wipe me jewel, wait, jewel, hold up, jewel, wait, jewel, wipe me jewel, wait, jewel, hold up, jewel, wait, jewel, wipe me, watch me jewel, watch me, ooh, I'm so fly, I'm so smooth, Mike, check, I got the moves, pull up in something that ain't got a roof, I'm so high, I'm on the moon, whoa, they know I be chiefin', and when I'm coming down the block, they know I be beatin'.
Round 3. Cop vs. goth. Gang vs. dad. Lawyer, punk. Nurse vs. hippie. Schizo vs. bikini. Seconds remaining. 10 seconds remaining. 5, 4,
Ja? Hassan. Jongens, niet zijn zo ver.
Seconds remaining. Observations.
Nurse, when simply by evading. Cop, hesitation in engaging female opponent. Lawyer, struggled with false and orthodox fighting style. Gay, ruthless in encounter with father. However, showed regret. Schizo, first time a clear choice to kill was made.
The person-situation debate. A debate whether the person or the situation is more influential in determining an individual's behavior. Personality trait psychologists believe that a person's personality is relatively consistent across situations, whereas situationists argue that people are not consistent enough from situation to situation. How does a person react to a given situation? Person, situation, debate.
He had to fight his dad? That broke my heart. He looked so sad. And then when he fell on him at the end, oh, it just reminds me of like my childhood when I would cuddle my parents. Oh, that hurts. And just like in honor, I'm wearing this bandana that's inspired by him. I know many other people are too because gang, but that was awful. I don't want to know what happens next round, really.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Duke from MMA Beats. I'm here with the lovely Taylor Starling.
Let's get down to business.
Okay, good. Well, I know everybody is watching these shock fights lately, and it's kind of going viral on the internet.
You have to fight. That's it. No fight or flight. It's just simply fight.
When you put somebody in a situation where, you know, our natural reaction is fight or flight, right? When you take one of those away, how do you respond?
Round one was kind of slow. A lot of stalling. It seemed like they couldn't really find their place or what to do and find that killer instinct.
The cop was hesitant to fight in the beginning. He really didn't want to do it. There's no gender, you know, it's man versus woman, man versus man. So what do you think about that?
There's not really a weight class.
It got a little wild in round two. What do you think?
It got crazy in round two. Everybody was going wild. There's a neck snap. There's a heavy hitter construction, throwing some really big punches, some wild stuff. This is where they're getting down to the nitty gritty. The hooker struggled. It's just she seemed to take her own self out. So the priest, I'm not really sure what happened with the slinging of the holy water, you know?
So round three, it's the most exciting one. How do these fights compare, the shock fights compare to your bare knuckle matches?
I always go into every bare knuckle fight with the mindset of killing somebody. I always leave it all on the line. I think they're trying to take something from me, and I firmly believe they're taking my life from me when I fight bare knuckle. So when I go in there, that's what the shock fights remind me of. They're fighting for their life.
So what about you? Would you have hesitated in that situation?
No, I'm a killer. I'm a killer to the core. So it's me or you, baby, and I'm.
Did you hear what she said? And that goes for our next opponent too.
Round 4. Cop versus sadist. Gang versus mechanic. Nurse versus lawyer. Schizo versus outlaw. 30 seconds remaining. Ten seconds remaining. 5, 4, 3. Seconds remaining. Observations.
Lawyer, husband, sacrificed self. Cop, exhibited, overkill. Lawyer, deceased. Gang, surprising display of resilience. Schizo, scandal.
What? That was crazy. How is he still alive? He had a pitchfork in him, but then he pulled it out. That was. He should be a superhero. He should be an Avenger. Someone needs to cast him as an Avenger. That was just amazing. Like, no. You know what I want to see? Well, they're obviously my favorites, but gang versus prison. That would be the dream fight of my life. I need to see that. That needs to be released, like, at least within the next month. Seriously.
Hey, world, and we're back. We're back to recap round 4. We have the beautiful Taylor Starling back. She's just fresh from a workout. Yeah. This gang fight, man, it was wild, man. It started off real hectic, and then it ended with the pitchfork. Do you think that's dirty fighting? Or what would you say about that?
I definitely think it's dirty fighting, but it's tactical. Him taking a pitchfork, I haven't seen anything like that, and him pulling it out, it's never seen anything like that before.
The shot callers, they remind you, listen, you need to fight.
And you only have X amount of time.
Yeah, next amount of time, 60 seconds.
It's either them, you, or both of you.
Okay. So what do you think about the electric shock?
I wouldn't be able to take it, man. I wouldn't be able to take it. I think, honestly, I don't know if I'd last.
Who's your favorite fighter so far? Me, I like the lawyer so far.
The lawyer?
Yes. He looks the most like me, you know what I'm saying, tall, you know what I'm saying? He's a good looking guy. I mean, hey, you know what I'm saying?
I have to say I love the hooker.
Oh yeah, me too. I didn't want to. Yes, but yes. Pink dress?
Pink, were you wanting to hire her?
Well, you know, yeah, I mean, it's not, I got a screenshot of it. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to talk about that, though. Yes. I know you, and it can be man, woman, cat, dog. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want a weak opponent. So, which 2 people would you want to fight?
2 people? Well, first of all, I would love to fight the construction worker just because he's humongous. Just to have a crack at him and take him out. I would say the hooker. I want a hot bitch brawl, you know?
Yeah, I got you.
I want to go from the big manly fight to a nice hot bitch brawl.
Any weapons of choice so far that you noticed?
No, solely I would really want to just use my hands. I think if I'm going to go in there and be primal and kill somebody, I want it to be with my bare hands.
That ass beat. Y'all, look at this. Check this out. Man, you see this shit? Oh my god. Dang, we about to miss it, bro. Oh, shit. Goddamn. What the? I seen it. I seen his ass. Yeah.
What do you think is the reason for the difference in their behavior? After being put in an unfamiliar environment, both animals are active. Watch the wide variety of responses which the hungry animal makes. The occurrence of a single reward has strengthened the tendency to make the response of pressing the bar. Now, what do you think the satiated animal has learned to do? Shock is on. Shock is off. Pressing the stirrup bar turns off the shock. Although the shock is not strong, you will see that it supplies enough drive to produce a radical change in the behavior of the satiated rat. He hits the bar, the shock goes off, and he's rewarded. After a few more trials, which are not shown in the picture, he has learned to press the bar quickly as soon as the shock goes on. The end of the punishment reinforces the response. Responding to another animal by striking him can also be learned. These animals have already been trained. The experimenter turns off the shock as soon as they strike each other. This is because the drive produced by electric shock is stronger than hunger. It makes the rat more active and can be reduced more quickly and completely. We have demonstrated that the satiated animal is not innately stupid or lazy. All he needs is a little motivation.
Round 5. Cop versus protester. Gang versus nurse. Schizo versus rave. Thirty seconds remaining. Ten seconds remaining. 5, 4, 3, 2. Observations.
Nurse, deceased. Cop, abandoned all principles to protect. Lawyer, deceased. Gang, savage killing of nurse. Who lost will to live. Schizo, becoming more animalistic.
The Hawthorne effect. Type of reactivity in which individuals modify an aspect of their behavior in response to their awareness of being observed. Hawthorne effect.
So my gang does what needs to be done. He finally took out Nurse. Someone finally got rid of Nurse. Like, gang fighting his dad, that hurt. But he got over it. I hate the ones that just dwell on it forever and ever. Like, the nurse, she was being pathetic. She was just absolutely pathetic that round. So when gang finally got her, when she finally got, that made me so happy. I'm so happy. My boy, I love him so much. Can't wait to see what he does next round, actually.
What up, what up, what up? And we're back for more shock fight recaps with Taylor the Killer Bee Starling.
What's going on?
We're down to the main fighters. So what do you think so far?
I think Gang was just so ruthless on Nurse. She didn't even fight back.
The last round, her husband had to sacrifice himself, who was the lawyer, for everybody's keeping up with it, so that she could live.
Most of it's mental.
There's no better way to describe it, but either you kill or be killed. We have the cop and the protester.
They were really going at it.
So what martial arts style did you see between those two?
I saw some jiu-jitsu going on. Some
Yeah,
ground game, takedown.
Yeah. So what about the schizo versus the rave? Did you notice the boxing and where Rave had the glass on her knuckles?
She was definitely taking advantage of schizo in that aspect.
There's only one rule about fighting, and that there is no rules. So, would you still call it taking advantage if your life is on the line? So what fighting styles are you seeing so far?
So I see that the police officer, the cop, he has been trained to do his job.
So the nurse, what is she doing to be able to survive this late in the game?
It also reminds me of the cop. She has training. She has years and experience in the medical field, so I think that really plays to her advantage as well.
And the lawyer, we saw some Krav Maga.
He definitely had some good technique.
But the gang fighter, I gotta respect him. Some people call it fighting dirty, but he's doing the right thing, and the passion that he's showing.
He's clearly here to win.
Yeah, she is. The schizo, she waits, and she's like a counterattacker.
Schizo definitely has that technique of the counterfire. They want to see what's going to happen first and then attack. She's taking a lot of damage. I am a pressure fighter myself.
What the hell? Oh my God.
Round 6. Cop vs. gang. Schizo vs. redneck. Seconds remaining. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Observations.
Nurse, deceased. Cop, blinded. Lawyer, deceased. Gang, deceased. Schizo, broken back.
How could they let that happen? Okay, I'm sorry. I need a minute. Hold on. That was not right. He has to come back. He was doing so good. He was doing so well. I have nothing else to say. He has to come back at some point.
Yo, what's up, everybody? We're back to recap of round 6, all right? We still have the Killer Bee Taylor Starling with us today. She's looking beautiful as usual. So, man, it took a turn for the deep this time. There's only 2 fights in this round, and it's a lot going on. There's a lot to unpack.
It almost became hard to watch.
Before, you said that you would like to fight the bigger guy. You see? So being a female in this situation, how would you approach this fight?
Yeah, this almost gives me the opportunity to kind of see, you know, the scenario of if I was in their shoes. They started out with some big WWE stuff, and then Redneck really used his size advantage, started dragging her around. It just got really twisted. She won, but definitely at a cost.
The cop versus the gang member.
It's been really nasty.
The cop got his face sliced up, like you said, the double eye gouge. Have you ever been eye gouged?
I have. Actually, I fought MMA too before, and you see a lot of eye pokes in MMA, and it seems like something so trivial and silly, but when you get poked in the eye, that shit hurts.
Yeah.
What is this? Oh. What is this? Oh my God. Who sent this to me? What?
I should like to tell you that I have seen some of the experiments shown in this film actually carried out. As you can imagine, technique is everything. Technique is everything. But in order to achieve this, special artificial conditions must be created. We begin the experiment of revival. The experiment is carried out on a experiment has added to the valuable store of our knowledge. Added to the valuable store of our knowledge.
Round 7. Cop versus Schizo. "60 seconds. "30 seconds remaining. "10 seconds remaining. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Experiment terminated.
That's it? That was it? What?
So they could have just stopped this entire time? Like this whole time, they could have just stopped? Oh my God. Then why have we been watching this whole time? Why? This whole time they could have just stopped whenever they wanted to? That is so ridiculous. Oh my God. Why are we watching? Why are we doing this?
Results. 7 rounds took place before a challenge to authority. Objective 1. Human obedience. Objective 2 of 2. Objective 2. Human apathy. Results 2. No observers tried to stop the fights. The rounds could have continued indefinitely. The bystander effect, a phenomenon that as the number of witnesses or bystanders increases, so does the time it takes individuals to respond to an emergency. Bystander effect. Experiment terminated.
I was wrong. I was wrong. I drank too much. I messed up. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. Cocaine without drink. I put it all.
What happened to you?
You got choking, guy.
I know you came so fast.
Dad, what was? you tried to like throw your leg up.
Yeah, you don't have to go that high because you can even come. It's just the
angle has to
yes.
look good, okay.
Yeah. And see, the way you're doing it, obviously, I would probably even change it to where.
See, I was trying to go up instead of go towards you.
He's trying to do some mixed martial arts.